What is guys, hi once again, and I'm coming at you guys with another content of Cookie Run Kingdom. In this video, I'm going to be going over the updated December 2022 tier list. Probably going to be one of the last tier lists that we're going to make for 2022. And it is going to include Sherbet as well as Carol Cookie, who was added into the game last update. Of course, I just want to let you guys know that this tier list is going to be based on my opinion as well as my experience inside of the arena for the pure vanilla server, and I've been constantly reaching around top 500 for the last couple of seasons right now. Alright, so let's get into it, guys. We're going to go from the meta all the way up to SS, S, A, B, C, and the don't news here, guys. But here we go, let's get into it. So the meta cookie, starting with the tanks, are going to be Financier, Brute, Purple Yam. And then the DPSs are going to be Sherbet as well as Frost Queen now, Black Pearl, Captain Caviar, and then the healers are going to be Herb as well as BTS. So the reason why I put these particular cookies inside of the meta section is because they are going to pretty much make up majority of the teams that are going to be used inside of the arena right now. So the tanks, you know, they have been going around for a long time, but Financier, Brute, as well as Purple Yam with the Magic Candy are going to be everywhere inside of the arena. Pretty much, you know, whether you have a single tank with Brute or Financier, or you have a double tank with Financier, Brute, Financier, Purple Yam, you're going to see a lot of those comms. But the biggest difference is going to be with the DPS right now. So we have Espresso as well as someone like Clotted Cream kind of out of the, you know, the 100% meta. And then now we have Sherbet as well as Frost Queen and Black Pearl, Captain Caviar still holding their place inside of the meta. So the combo with Frost Queen as well as Sherbet is just super strong right now. As you guys already saw in my arena comp videos, you guys have seen how powerful those two combo can be, as well as, you know, just you guys playing inside of the arena, you probably already seen the power of these two combo, especially with Frost Queen having that extra frost damage from the frost debuff is absolutely insane on how much burst damage she is able to do to the enemy. Alright, so Black Pearl, Captain Caviar along with someone like Sherbet and Frost Queen right now still is like one of the best combos that you guys can use, and they are definitely going to be the meta for this particular season. And then the healers are going to be actually Herb as well as BTS. So BTS has always been up there since the release of the, you know, the special cookies. You know, the reason why with the all the buffs, damage resist, shield, you know, the debuff resist, and the healing. On top of that, right now Herb is going to be one of the best healers, the sub healer or the, you know, secondary healer that you guys can use alongside BTS. All right, because of the fact that we do have the frost debuff happening from both Sherbet as well as Frost Queen, and then a lot of the other debuffs that we have going on, Herb is definitely going to be your best option when it comes to your secondary healer alongside BTS. Alright, because of the Purify, getting rid of the frost debuffs, you're gonna be able to attack faster as well as take less damage from the Frost Queen and Sherbet. Alright, so that's pretty much going to be the meta section. Let's go right into the SS tier, and that is going to be Dark Cacao, Werewolf with the Magic Candy. We still have Wildberry here, as well as the DPSs are going to be the Espresso with Magic Candy, Clotted Cream, Eclair, Caramel Arrow, and Vampire. And then for the healer, we do still have Cream Unicorn. So Dark Cacao, you have already seen why he has kind of come up from the bottom tier to the more of the higher tier right now, and that is because of the shield that we have from both BTS as well as Sherbet now, and just the fact that you're able to do so much debuff is definitely going to be a tank that you can use alongside Financier right now. And then on top of that, Werewolf has been very strong inside of the arena with the injury debuff as well as the extra damage that he's able to do with the Magic Candy. Wildberry still a very consistent tank, of course not going to be as strong as Brute as well as Purple Yam right now inside of the arena, but with the stun and things like damage resist buff for your entire team, it's definitely going to be helpful for the majority of the players. And then Espresso, Clotted Cream, you know, Eclair, Caramel Arrow, and Vampire are still great DPSs. Of course, they need to be used more situationally now, and are going to be used more to replace some of the other meta cookies like Sherbet, Frost Queen, Black Pearl, and Captain Caviar, but they're going to be amazing for majority of the players, as well as Cream Unicorn is still going to be a very good healer, but I would say right now with all the debuffs going on, Herb is going to be a slightly better than Cream Unicorn. Moving on to the S tier now are going to be Crunchy Chip with the tank, and then we have Sea Fairy, Squid Ink with the magic candy, Sorbet as well as Rye with the magic candy, Pumpkin Pie, Oyster, and then for the supports, Cotton, Pomegranate, Parfait, as well as Carol. So the majority of the summoner comp units are going to be in the S tier right now. Sadly, Snow Sugar is still not going to be in the S tier or, higher than that because of the fact that, they still lack a lot of, just synergy with some of these summoner comps unless you have Sherbet. As well as Sherbet is that team in general is not the best summoner comp that you guys can use. It is a summoner comp that you guys can try out and use against certain teams, but it is not going to be recommended to be used all around. And then of course you still have the classic DPSs like Sea Fairy with the burst damage as well as stun. We have Squid Ink with the magic candy now being able to do defense reduction as well as do some extra slaps, as well as Sorbet doing extra damage to tanks, which is going to be true damage. Rye with the magic candy allowing the attack speed buff and burn damage. And then we got the supports Cotton, who is going to be able to not only heal but also do some extra damage as well as tanking. Pomegranate with the attack buff. Parfait now still pretty good. I kind of went up in the ranking, I will have to say, because of the fact that we do have a lot of the frost as well as other debuffs. So Parfait's debuff resist definitely helps along with the extra defense buff, and then Carol with the extra crit as well as crit damage that is going to be used inside of your team. All right, so next, moving on to the A tier are going to be, we're going to have Milk Cookie with the magic candy. We have Hollerberry, we have Tea Night as well as Affogato. We have Snow Sugar now, and then we have Almond, Macaroon, as well as Pure Vanilla. All right, so these cookies are going to be decent. They can be used in certain teams, like we got Almond still with the ability to deal extra damage if it's used with someone like Rye. We have Macaron, who's able to increase the attack as well as crit, but you do have to realize that she is going to be a magic cookie, not a support or a healer. So definitely kind of is more of a supportive magic cookie that we have going on, as well as Pure Vanilla, still a good healer, decent healer, but definitely gets outshined by a lot of the other supports and healers we have up top. And then the tanks and the DPSs right here are going to be used, but I wouldn't recommend it if you guys have someone like Wildberry, Purple Yam, Brute, and Financier, as well as the other ones like of course Dark Cacao, who is an ancient, and then Werewolf with the magic candy. And then moving on to the B tier are going to be Strawberry Crate. We have Cocoa, Moon Rabbit, Red Velvet, Kumio. We got Black Raisin, Cherry Blossom, Latte, Twizzly, Mango, Cream Puff. We got Mint Choco as well, and then Sparkling as well as Candy Diver. Right, so these cookies are good. They can be used. They're not going to be as strong as like all the other cookies, but they are decent. And if you guys are starting off the game and you guys don't have like all the cookies, then you guys can definitely try to use these cookies to make up for some of the missing cookies that are going to be inside of the meta for the arena. And then moving on to the C tier are going to be Madeline as well as Dark Choco. We have Mollasauce, Raspberry, Licorice, Pastry, Poison Mushroom, Lilac, as well as Tiger Lily. They're more of a very situational cookie. All of these cookies are decent, very decent, but probably you're not going to see them at all inside of the arena unless you guys are in like the very, very bottom, because these cookies are going to be more of fillers that people are just using because that's the only cookies they have. And then lastly, the cookies that we have are going to be Chili Pepper, Fig, Sonic, as well as Tail for the don't use section. And pretty much that's going to wrap up for the PvP arena tier list for December 2022. Maybe when we do have another update in the middle, we might have to update this one more time, but probably going to be happening in early January of 2023, moving on to the second year anniversary of Cookie Run Kingdom. Anyways, guys, hope you guys found the video helpful. If you guys have anything that you guys want to add, ask questions about, then make sure to leave it down in the comments below. Just keep in mind once again that this is going to be based on my experience as well as my opinion on the current arena meta. Anyways, guys, once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.